How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Farming Simulator 19 Survival Series. So, I am standing on my little Lion King rock over here, and I am standing here because I wanted to talk about something real quick. And we tried the tram lines, and in general, it seems like you guys don't like it too much. I'm glad we gave it a go. It was fun to do. But I think looking at the feedback I got from you guys, we probably won't do it again on this farm at least. But yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm glad that we did it. I'm glad that we tried it. It's something that I've never done before. And I thought it was pretty fun to do. And yeah, it just seems like you guys don't like it that much. According to the comments from a few videos ago. So again, I do record these things in bulk. So it can take me a while to catch up in the videos on the comments that you guys leave. I do try and answer the comments when they arise in the comment section on the videos that release that day. But yeah, to address the comments in a video can take anything from, I don't know, 2 to 5 or 6 videos before we actually get there. I very, very rarely will be 5 or 6 videos ahead. I'm normally only about 2 or 3 ahead. But yeah, it's just, that's what's happening if you're wondering why I'm not always answering questions immediately. But we need to grab the trailer here. I do see that there's some rain in the forecast, so we might have to skip through that when it does hit. But, well, because we won't be able to do much. Another thing is, you guys might have noticed in the last little while that episodes, I'm trying to figure out where I need to start this row, probably up here. The last few days, or the last week or so, the videos might have been a little bit slower to go out than what they normally were. I was trying to do some daily videos, but I haven't been able to really do that lately. And it's not because I'm not trying. I am very much trying to get videos out as quick as I can. The first thing that slows us down quite a bit, and we've spoken about this before, is the higher quality. So the rendering does take longer, but that's not a big issue because I can still publish them in the original 1080 with the lower codec, and then basically you guys can watch it in that, and it'll just process over a couple of hours or whatever it might be that's still left, and then it'll pop into 2K for people who watch the video a little bit later on. I do try and get them uploaded quick enough that you guys get the 2K version the moment it releases, but it doesn't seem to always be possible, as at the time of recording this, I do have a video that's been processing on YouTube for over 2 days now. So it's been about 48 hours and it's still not 2K. It's just the standard 1080 in the sort of not as good codec, if that makes any sense. I'm not massively clued up on this, but that is the one thing that's slowing me down a little bit, but it's not a big deal. I'm fine with it because the quality is much, much better. But the big slowdown at the moment, and it is super, super frustrating, and yeah, I've had a couple of really, really bad days, because the last time I was able to record was about 5 days ago, somewhere around there, and luckily I did some bulk recording, so there was videos for you guys. And this is a problem that I can do absolutely nothing about, and that is electricity. So this might sound stupid if you're not from South Africa, but electricity is a big problem in South Africa, or the lack thereof, I should say. But we have a thing here called load shedding. So basically what it is we have a extremely, extremely corrupt and incompetent government, and they cannot supply basic services, even basic like electricity and water. So water for us is not a massive deal because of all the water interruptions and things that we've had. We do have a big 5,000 liter backup water tank with a pressure pump and all of that good stuff. So if the water goes out, as long as it's not for more than a few days, then we're fine. But the power is a bit more of an issue. We do have a small backup generator, but it is a small one. It's only a 5.5 kilovolt amp or whatever it is called. And it fluctuates too much for me to run my studio on it. I cannot run my computer on it. The computer will basically explode. And, well, not really, but it'll basically damage the motherboard and components with the fluctuations. It's a really, really, really bad idea to run a PC on a small generator like that. And yes, I can get an inline UPS, but those things are extremely expensive. I don't know about other parts of the world, but I checked, and I checked for a couple of different options. I looked at small inverter setups, I looked at a small solar setup, I looked at inline UPS setups, I looked at getting an inverter generator. Everything's very, very, very expensive, especially if you haven't had a personal income for over 15 months, then everything is very expensive. So unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it, and also it's random. There's supposed to be a schedule, but the schedule is never ever adhered to, so we don't really know when the power is going to go out, and we don't know when the power is going to come back on. So a brief explanation of what load shedding is because of the incompetence and the corruption, our government cannot supply, well, our government and their entities, the government-owned entities, cannot supply electricity. They, especially in the winter. In the summer, it's less of a problem. It's not gone. It's definitely still there. We do have a lot of power interruptions in summertime. But in winter, it becomes absolutely ridiculous. It becomes a joke. Like, over the last few days, we had more power outages than what we actually had power. And that is not even a joke. So we could quite easily lose power for 14 hours a day or something like that. Usually it's not that extreme, but for some reason the last while has been horrific with power outages. And basically what it is because they cannot supply enough electricity because everything's just been stolen and whatever, nothing runs properly. So what they do is they turn off areas of South Africa at a time to give power to other areas of South Africa. And then they just sort of mix it up. So we get power now for a couple of hours, but someone else has to be without power for that amount of hours so that we can have power. But then we get turned off again to supply someone else with power, and then they get turned off again to supply someone else with power, and they just basically turn off areas of South Africa, big, very big areas of South Africa, so that other areas can have electricity. And yes, usually there's a schedule, but they don't adhere to that schedule, so it's just random. We didn't have power this morning, we didn't have power yesterday morning, we didn't have power the night before that, we didn't have power the afternoon before that, we didn't have power the morning before that. So it's just, yeah, bad. I think it was at the time of recording 3 days ago, we had no power from 4 o'clock in the morning. It went off, and it only came back again at like 7, and then it went off again at 10 o'clock, and it only came back at 3 o'clock, and then it went off at 3:30, and it only came back on at like 6:30 or something stupid. So yeah, some days we have very, very short times that we actually have electricity, and it is extremely frustrating for me trying to make content or do anything for that matter. And because of that, and because it's now winter in South Africa, the load shedding problem becomes a big issue. It goes from being annoying to becoming a very, very big issue for someone like me that's trying to make content. And yeah, so I decided that I'm gonna not even try do a video per day, because with electricity interruptions and things like that, it is going to be impossible. So what I am going to try is I'm going to try and do one video every second day. But again, I can't promise that, because now is only the second time that I've been able to record videos. And the last time that I was able to record was 4 or 5 days ago. So, yeah, it's a bit difficult at the moment. Again, one of the big reasons why we want to leave is because of the extremely, extremely corrupt and incompetent government that... And I don't care about politics, I don't talk about politics, I don't follow politics, but when politics affects my life that much that I can't even boil a kettle, or charge a cell phone, or watch TV, or do anything that relates to electricity for that matter, or even have lights in the middle of the night, then, yeah, then it becomes a problem. So, yeah, that's probably the extent of how far I'll ever go into politics on this channel, but I have to explain it. If I don't explain it, it's not really going to make sense. So, apologies. I generally don't talk about anything like politics or religion or anything like that on my channel, or on anything for that matter, because I just try and avoid all of that, because it always just ends in some sort of an argument or a fight. But for you guys to sort of understand why the channel slows down, I have to explain it. And again, I don't want the channel to slow down. It's not a lack of me trying. I am really, really trying. And in fact, it is so frustrating. I'm not one that sort of explodes quickly or easily, but I do have, and I'm not proud of it, but I do have a hole in my studio door where the power went out for the 3rd time a few days ago, for the 3rd time in that same day, and I was busy editing the same video for the 3rd time that day. When it went off, I just, yeah, I exploded, and I put a big sort of crack in my door. Not proud of it, and I shouldn't have done it, but it just gets to you. It gets to you if you can't even have basic, very, very basic human needs, and then the same people that causes that line their pockets with not millions, but billions. Absolute billionaires that causes all of this, because they don't care. They don't have to make a living. They don't have to... Okay, I'm going to stop ranting. I'm just going to stop. If you want to know more about it, just Google load shedding in South Africa, and yeah, you'll see. Anyways, so, yeah, I do apologize. I don't like doing this sort of a rant on any of my content ever. But again, I need to kind of explain it, and it's very hard to explain it without getting upset about it, because it is unbelievable how much it actually affects your life. And things are difficult enough at the moment. We don't need to have it even more difficult by incompetency and corruption. So, yeah, anyway, that's my story. And for today, in today's episode, well, I mean, we're already 13 minutes into this episode, but we are going to try and get all of the silage collected and leveled out and all of that good stuff. So the compacting is done. I want to see if I run with the wheels over the top here. Will that push it down? I don't think so. Now I'm kind of stuck. Diff locks. And diff locks was on apparently. Okay, that's not good. I might have to drive off the back. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm just going to leave it there, because I'm not going to struggle with that right now. And so what we are going to do is we are going to jump into a real quick time lapse. And I kind of feel bad now for ranting at you guys. I know many of you come here to just sort of enjoy and relax, and now I'm going off on a rant, but it's literally because I'm so frustrated that I can't make content. I mean, this is not what I do for a living. I would love to do it for a living, but it is definitely not what I do for a living. I don't even make close to enough to pay for anything, to be honest. And but the thing is, I love it. I really, really, really enjoy it. I enjoy the community that we have. I enjoy interacting with you guys, because we've got some really, really, really nice people in this community, even though it's a very small community. And if I cannot make content for you guys, it frustrates me, especially if it's because of reasons out of my control, about things that I can do nothing about. So the perfect solution would be to put a small solar system for my office, but even that is stupidly expensive, and it is just money that I don't have. Again, I touched on it briefly, and this is something that I haven't really spoken about, but we are in the hospitality and tourism industry, and we have had no income, personal income, for about 15 months. And the tours have had no income at all. And the lodge that we own that was closed for months. And it has reopened a while back, but we're running at something like a 15% occupancy, which doesn't even cover expenses. So we are literally living on loans, and it is a very, very stressful situation, and it's not a nice situation. But again, that's why I love doing this, because this is a time where I can just forget about all of the worries and all of the stress and all of the bad things, and just enjoy myself here with you guys. So yeah, unfortunately there's just really not good things going on at the moment, and I try and not bring that across in my videos, except for this one, obviously. And I try and just make you guys feel relaxed and calm and enjoy the videos, and I try and forget about everything as well and just enjoy making content for you guys and living in this little virtual world of ours on the farm. But yeah, so I do apologize about the big rant today, but I think it's also just good for especially the people that really follow the channel. And I mean, it's kind of for everyone, but there's a couple of you that really, really follow the channel and don't miss any videos and always comments and always likes. And you know, it's for you guys. I think it's also just important to know that if I don't put out videos, it's not because I don't care or that I don't try. I do. And again, I do that because I enjoy it, not because I'm making money out of it. Because if you see the amount of money that I make out of YouTube, you would be quite humid, I would think. It's not a lot. It's really not a lot. So yeah, in fact, it doesn't even pay for any of my studio stuff anyways. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know, one of those things, and it's just like, as if things aren't difficult enough, now load shedding is up in full force and making things even more difficult, that we really, 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 really don't need right now. But the crops are slowly growing. I don't know what stage the crops were in the previous episode, but they are doing pretty well. I think they are in the final stages of growth, just before... okay, I'm stuck. Diff locks. I'm still stuck. Why is everything getting stuck? Okay, that's not good. I've got 2 stuck tractors now, and I don't know what it's stuck on. There we go. Okay, almost. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to sort that out a little bit later, but I did want to run over to the crops and show you guys what they look like. So I think they just off being ready to harvest. So we might be able to harvest in the next episode. I'm not 100% sure, but if we can, we will. But for now, I am going to get the 2 tractors unstuck. I don't know why that is stuck. Or, to be honest, I don't know why that is stuck either. But I'm going to get them out of there, get them unstuck, and we're going to jump into a time lapse, and we're going to collect the last of the grass and get everything put in the pit here so we can actually see where we're standing. So, yeah, for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is all of the grass collected, and that was most likely a pretty substantial time lapse. So I do apologize if you don't enjoy that sort of thing. But yeah, I just wanted to get it done today so that we are ready for harvest. And I wanted to get it done all in one go because rain is coming. And yeah, I'm not sure whether we'll be able to pick up grass when it's raining. So this is the final little load. The bunker is a little bit full, to be honest. Over full, but we're going to try and flatten it out a little bit here. We'll see how that goes. I think the bunker is full. And the tractor is stuck again. Not good. There we go. Okay. I do think the bunker is full because it says I've got 3 grass in the trailer. So if I do that, the 0.01. So that is on my tablet 3 liters of grass. And it doesn't want to take it. So let's have a quick look. How much we've got in there. If it's a nice big round number, then it's most likely full. That's not a nice big round number, but it might be full. I don't know. Let's level it out. And we'll try and put that last little bit in there. If not, it's fine. I mean, nothing else is ever going to go in there except grass. I don't think we'll do hay or anything like that in that. So, yeah. That was good. This is a lot of silage. Or future silage. This is chaff at the moment. But, yeah, definitely a lot of silage in here. So, I mean, if we had to sell this, I think we would make a small fortune, to be honest. This would be worth a lot of money. I don't think there's a BGA around, but that's probably where you'd get the most for it. I mean, I don't think we're going to sell it. We might do, I'm not sure. I'll have a look at the prices and we'll see what's happening with it, but yeah, not really sure, to be honest. Alright, let's try and get up here. Move this around. Definitely not as smooth as I would want it to be, but it's okay. Definitely not the best system here to... Well, the physics. The game physics basically makes it quite difficult to make things like this nice and smooth like it would in real life. But it's okay. It's fine. It'll do the job. That is a lot of silage in there. Goodness. I don't know if we'll even need that much for the cows. I think the series would probably have ended before we could use up all of this. But it's fine. If we don't use it, we'll sell it. It's not a problem. We can definitely make some good money out of it. Money that we'll invest somewhere else. And it is a fun job to do. I really, really do enjoy it. So, there we go. Right. What is the compaction level on that? That is 100%. So, let's try and put that last little bit in. If not, then we'll cover it up and we'll let it be. We'll leave it for a while and see what happens. Oh, not that way. I'm gonna say this is full. Yep, definitely full. Okay, that's fine. I am gonna leave the trailer right over here in the next bunker, or maybe in that first bunker, because we might eventually use the second one as well. And I mean, we could always make more grass and keep one bunker for using and 2 bunkers for selling, because again we can make a lot of money out of this. There we go. We'll drop that off. We'll get the John Deere. We'll do the final tiny little bit of compacting. It is 100%, but I want to see if I can get it a tiny bit smoother. And yeah, then we'll cover it up and let it be. Beautiful. I mean, it's not too bad. It's pretty smooth at the top now that it's full. And I probably could have closed up a couple of holes here and there, but definitely not bad at all. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. We shall put the John Deere over here. And that should be that. Boom. There's a huge pile of future silage. So 1% fermenting. So that'll take a few days definitely. For that to be ready, it'll probably be quite a few episodes before we can really do anything with it. But yeah, unfortunately in this episode it was a bit of an odd one. We just did grass, or grass collecting. We didn't even do mowing or anything. It was just grass collecting and a bit of ranting. So I do apologize if you didn't really enjoy the episode, because it's not as it always is. But the next one will be back to normal, hopefully. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that again is a bit of a odd episode, but for those interested in what sort of goes on behind the scenes, behind the videos, that is a bit of an insight. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like this here. It's just letting you guys know what is going on and the frustrations behind trying to make content for you guys. And I mean that in a way that it's not frustrating to make content. It's frustrating to not be able to make content. And financially, I did touch on this. It's not going great. Not at all, to be honest. But and for those who think, yeah, but you got government subsidies and government bailouts and things, not in South Africa, you don't. We haven't got a cent in bailouts or in subsidies or in anything. Everything that we got to stay alive and to try and keep our doors open was loans. We have to pay that back. And yeah, so I just want to put that out there. I know some countries got bailouts and help and everything, and I wish we did, but we don't. So yeah, we will be fine. Well, I hope so. We'll see how it goes. Again, I do this to sort of break away from all of that, so I do apologize to bring that into the videos, but I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. And yeah, especially now with the electricity issues and things being off multiple hours a day, multiple times a day, and it's all random. I don't know when it's going to go off. I don't know when I can do anything. Just makes it even more difficult. And I really, really, really do apologize if the video slows down. I'm going to try and do a video every second day. If I can do every day, I will. I doubt it. But I'm really, really going to try every second day. But if I don't put a video out for a few days, I haven't disappeared. I'm still here. I'm still trying to make content. It's just that I can't if videos don't go out. But that is going to be it for this episode. So again, I'm going to try and make the next episode as all the other previous episodes have been. Nothing about personal stuff. And yeah, again, I do apologize that I kind of brought a politics type thing into this, but unfortunately that's what it comes down to, and it's hard to explain it without bringing that in. Definitely something that I don't bring into my videos ever. There's a couple of topics that I try and avoid as much as possible, but yeah, it is what it is. But we'll see how it goes. And I would love to be able to put in a nice solar system and everything for my office, that I don't have to worry about things like that. But again, the YouTube channel is very small. It makes less than £100 a month, or $100 depending where you're from, a month. It's not something that you're going to live on, and it's definitely not something that you're going to put a solar system on very soon. And again, all of the money that we have made, which is not a lot through the businesses, is just paying debt and keeping the doors open. Haven't drawn a salary. None of us have. None of my family members that are involved in the business. No one's drawn a salary for 15 months. So there's no personal income. Every bit just tries to get us through another month. But yeah, hopefully someday the YouTube channel will grow into something great where I can make a living out of that, and I can use that money to do things like that to make videos for you guys, or even move to Ireland, where we're still planning to do, but unfortunately, again, money is a problem. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, the channel doesn't grow rapidly, and there's really only two ways that we can get a big boost on the channel, and that is at least one viral video. And being in Farming Simulator, that is unlikely. Or getting a shout out or something from a big YouTuber, and that is just as unlikely. So unfortunately, we're just sort of gonna carry on and do our thing. And yeah, for now, this won't be a income thing. It'll just be a fun thing. But yeah, there we go. That is gonna be it. I'm gonna stop ranting. I'm just gonna end it there. And yeah, again, if you don't like this sort of thing, I do apologize, but the next one will be normal. And if you do, well then, now you know a little bit more about me and my situation. But that is going to be it from me for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.